Thank you guys for being present. Um, this message is to encourage you guys to learn discernment and to trust yourselves more. Um, Only take what resonates. But we'll start off with cleansing the solar plexus and balancing it, okay? All right. And let's get some more healing. This sound bowl healing is for whatever you need the healing for. And also, I'm going to do some prayer so I can remain grounded in the Most High of love and light, where I get my information from. Most High, thank you for this moment to share space with the viewers. I ask to be a vessel of love and light to deliver clear, concise, effective, emotional manipulation free messages. Please protect the minds, bodies, souls, and spirits of all those who are ready to receive truth and who are going to apply the information, and to bless their generations and to help heal their ancestors. Now, to start this message off, we have learn to tell good advice from bad advice. So, this is why I ask you to use your discernment. If what I'm saying resonates, great. If it doesn't resonate, then you don't have to take it. I'm not taking it personal. And I ask that you not take it personal if you hear something that doesn't resonate with you. Advice is freely available to us every day, all day. How you deal with it all is on you and no one else. The key decisions are yours to make. In order to withstand the ups and downs of life, it is essential that you learn how to tell good advice from bad advice in order to find peace instead of peril. Sun Tzu said, "Thus it may be known that the leader of armies is the arbiter of the people's fate, the man on whom it depends whether the nation shall be in peace or in peril." So, some practical advice that you could, or some practical, well, I said advice that you could do. You could start researching on leaders who um, who have had to make really big decisions for a lot of people, and look at the impacts that they have made. Notice how you feel. If we've been conditioned and desensitized to just simply go along with what we've been told or taught, or what we're being told and taught, then it's time to get used to feeling the emotions of uncomfortability again. Okay? This will help you have that discernment meter. If what you're receiving is good for you or is not good for you. Um, for a lot of people, it's easy to figure out which piece of advice to take based off of what is in the what's common in the community. But now is the time for you to pay attention to what's reaping long term benefits. And if what is reaping someone long term benefits, is it done in integrity? You know what I'm saying? Um, for some reason, integrity is standing out. And the cards I pulled today, that might have something, that might be, the message might have something to talk about integrity. Then we also have better decisions lead to a better life. Every time we set out to solve a problem, we are declaring war on that problem. Our lives are the combined outcome of all the decisions we have made, both important and unimportant, good and bad, conscious and unconscious. Rather than focus on the outcomes of those decisions, we should review how those outcomes came to become better. We should review how those outcomes came to become better decision makers. So this is an important message. We have, oh, and I didn't read the back. You guys are able to read it. The art of war is of vital importance to the state. It is a matter of life and death, a road either to safety or to ruin. We're in a time now where if you're taking bad advice, you're either going to experience death or ruin. And this is where leaders who have been giving out bad advice, um, they're aware of how they have led people to ruin. They may not be coming out with it and saying, hey, we misled you guys for personal gain, or we misled you guys based off of our lack of understanding. But leaders who have led communities to ruin, they're aware of it. Okay? Um, there's way too much death piling up from a lot of bad advice going around. So also with the what I picked up from this is that you guys should be taking the time to learn to trust your own decision making. It's going to be of vital importance because it doesn't matter how much good advice someone gives out, that good advice may not work for you, it may work for them. And if we're still seeking leadership from someone else, we're denying ourselves to be the leaders that we need. It's like we live in a society where there's way too many chiefs, but at the same time, we need to be our own chiefs. So that way we can have that discernment meter when to accept wisdom and advice from someone and when to not take it. But also if someone is forcing advice onto you, it's a possibility that more than likely trying to mislead you on purpose. And they're also trying to control you. And they also feel that they have no control over their lives. So I feel like this is also a time where people are going to be learning how to deal with very aggressive people who are just like, take my advice. Or if you don't agree with me, I'm going to make your life a living hell. I feel like this is a time where those skill sets are going to be mastered because if you're dealing with someone who's not ready to accept that you're an independent thinker or something of that nature, you can already expect that the aggression is going to come out. And it has nothing to do with you. It's just they're trying to see if they still have some sort of importance and they want to be heard. So that's enough about that. Now we're going to get into the cards here. If you feel like taking some notes, go ahead. The first message is the Page of Wands and the Fool here. So let me tap in. So I'm picking up on a few messages. I'm picking up on in the metaphysical world, hexes are being transformed into wisdom for new beginnings. So if someone put out some bad energy on you, wishing you ill will, it's actually being used to work in your favor so that you can have a new beginning. And that is that's the first message. That's in the metaphysical realm. Now in the 3D realm, this seems like being inspired and going in new directions. I feel like people are actively working through mental blockages that will prohibit them from taking those necessary steps to begin anew. It's kind of like, you know, you can't have a new experience doing the same thing. So I feel as if people are conquering their fears and willing to begin anew. Okay, so that's that message. All right. Then we also have the Page of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is also supported by the Eight of Swords here. Underneath the Eight of Swords is the Seven of Swords. And I feel we should talk about this. All right, you guys. So this is speaking of, with this King of Pentacles, masculine financial leaders whose business involves um, isolating people, using deception. It doesn't have momentum or staying power. Now, while these individuals may still have finances, they're definitely going to try to use, the successes that they have garnered in order to still push out their agendas at the same time. If their businesses involve isolating people and using deception to do it, they're trying to basically keep quiet that their financial endeavors, and this is how true it is, yes, they're trying to keep quiet that their financial endeavors is basically in the be it's like it's back to square one. While they may still have finances, they may have enough finances to support their family unit at this point. Their business endeavors isn't going to stand the test of time. So if they have any habits that will run through that money quickly, and if this, if all the family is used to living above their means, then this King of Pentacles isn't going to be in the King of Pentacles for long. So this message is saying that their financial endeavors is at square one, yet they're still using their influence of past successes. They're still trying to connect with people that they have done business with in order to get more finances coming in. But the business that they're in is of isolating people. With the Eight of Swords here, it's of using people's insecurities against them. It's like I'm picking up on people where they'll use double standards, and if they notice that you have something, let's just say you have an insecurity, and everyone has this insecurity, but they see they can make quick money off of it. They'll zero in on this insecurity so that you will not be able to see anything else except that insecurity. And they'll be very clever about how they sell, you know, um, about how they sell a cure to an insecurity. But this is how they've been able to have consistent finances. So basically, these some masculines who are financial leaders, still they have enough money to take care of their family units. They've been able to make quick money for quite a long time, but the fact that people are healing their insecurities, this has them back at square one. So they're using deceptive tactics to get out of the Page of Pentacles and to either get into the Ace of Pentacles or the Ten of Pentacles. And that's something you guys should be aware of. Okay? That's something you guys should be aware of. Now, with this Three of Cups here and the Seven of Cups, the way they're going to go about doing it is they're going to go about trying to build a sense of community with the Seven of Cups as well. They're going to try to appeal to family. And also, this the day that I'm filming this message, it is October 31st. We're about to go into November and December. So they're going to definitely be using Thanksgiving to promote whatever it is they're promoting. And they're also going to be using Christmas. So this is going to, November, I think November is going to be a big month where they're going to be trying to get their, basically get support financially using Thanksgiving, you know, especially with a lot of family units breaking apart due to a lot of toxicity. A lot of people are looking to connect with people that's on their level, you know. So these men have picked up on the fact there's a lot of loneliness. So they're going to be putting out a lot of agendas that will support family harmony. But it's going to basically, if you have any karmic family that is easy to manipulate, they're going to try to use these agendas that's being put out, even though it's not grounded in practicality. They're going to try, karmic family is going to try to use these agendas for reconnection. And all of this here is to get financial support. That's all it is, financial support. You should know that some karmic family members have addictions with the Nine of Cups here. And this is also why they're trying to get financial support. But at the same time, the masculine financial leaders who have made quick money off of isolating people, making people feel as if they don't belong, making them feel as if they don't have a sense of community, and who have been preying on people's insecurities and even creating insecurities. They're definitely going to be basically using the months of November and December to basically prey on the family dynamics, because more than likely the King of Pentacles energies that I'm picking up on, their family dynamics are falling apart as well. You know, their addictions also could be getting the best of them as well. So while they do have the finances to support their family units could also be falling apart due to the amount of deception. And the human body can only take so much emotional pain before the human body, whatever state of condition that one is in, where they'll be like, okay, well, the body will start communicating with you. I can't take so much of this. So some people could be feeling discomfort and dis-ease from suppressing so much emotions. So Um, and this could be connected to this King of Pentacles energy. Some people connected to this King of Pentacles energy could be experiencing disease because they have conformed themselves to be able to benefit from this King of Pentacles wealth, but suppressing so many emotions has negatively impacted their health. All right, now let's continue. We have the Ace of Cups supported by the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Wands here. So remember I spoke about those new beginnings with the Page of Wands and the Fool card here. This is telling me that someone is preparing to express themselves romantically to you with the Eight of Wands here. They're they feel that you are everything they've been looking for with the Nine of Cups. The clarity that they're gaining about you is coming like a tower. It's coming in. It's coming in like a tower. You know, they're getting clarity about situations. So I'm picking up on someone who could have had hexes done on them, um, binding magic done on them, sex magic done on them, and instead of them being binded to someone, it's actually having them go into another direction. So I'm also picking up on the person who could have been doing binding magic on someone, um, was also doing love spells. They're confused as to why the binding magic with the sex magic and the love spells isn't actually working out the way they thought it would work out. Okay. Um, it's actually having this, it's basically pushing this person away to the point that this person is, they feel that even if you do not accept them as a romantic partner, they want to basically be able to express themselves to you anyway. They feel like it'll release something in them. So if you accept them or if you don't accept them, they'll feel better about it. So someone has a love confession. They're also becoming better decision makers as well. At the same time, with this Ace of Wands, they do have strong sexual urges towards you as well, and they would definitely like to sexually please you. Okay. Now, let's see if there's any more messages that actually we'll end that there. We'll do a fun 3 pound pick a card. Okay, that's what we'll do. That is what we shall do. And this is going. I'm actually excited about this 3 pound pick a card. I haven't done a 3 pound pick a card like this before. Welcome, you lovely souls. Now, this fun 3 pound pick a card is how can you grow closer to God? Now, when I say God, I'm not speaking about one God serves all. Everyone's um, relationship to the Most High is different. For me, the Most High shows up in Goddess Kali Ma or Abatala or Ma'at. For everyone, the Most High shows up differently. The Most High is so creative that the Most High can show up in so many forms to meet us where we're at with our spiritual journeys. Also, a part of my spiritual journey, I am open to many deities. So wherever I'm at and wherever I'm at in my life and what I need in that moment, the deity may come to me. Okay, so when I say God, I'm not speaking about one God. I'm speaking about the Most High, and the Most High showing up in the forms of different deities for you to get clarity on situations, to overcome, and to thrive. So this is why I'm excited to do this three pop pick a card, because you know when we're disconnected from the Most High, life can be burdensome. It doesn't matter if you are surrounded by beauty, or if you have abundance in all areas. Without the Most Highs, one second, you guys. My nose has been running for so long. I just finally, without the Most Highs, you know, stamp of approval, all of it just feels empty, you know. Um, so without further ado, I'll see you with your pal or pals of choice. I'm excited about this three pop pick card. Welcome, beautiful pal one. So, how can you guys grow closer to God? Let's start with the tarot. Well, we have the Five of Wands here, supported by the Six of Cups and the Magician. So this is telling me that anyone from your past who you have had to leave behind, who you're closing out karmic cycles with, you know, who you are setting firm boundaries with. And this also could be someone that you have a child with, you know, with this Five of Cups. Past people who are experiencing great grief, they could they could be helping you actually get closer to the Most High, because these people, I'm picking up with the Magician and the Five of Cups, they're doing spell work based off of their emotional state. So if they're putting out intentions based from a place of depression, anxiety, and things of that nature, and they're sending it your way, then this means, you know, if whatever you haven't healed, if there's a trauma bond, a trauma wound connected to them, then that could be an opening for the energetic manipulation to take place in your auroric field, and that will show up in your external environment. For example, if you have someone say, hey, I want you to lose your job, you know, um, if you're susceptible to some aspect of that, then I feel like these people are bringing you closer to the Most High, because they're actually pushing you in the direction to heal, especially with the Five of Wands. It's kind of like, you know, while they're focusing so much attention on you, you putting your attention into the Most High is giving you clarity that there's no reason to be in negative competition. So these people are putting you in the direction of the Most High, because it's like they're showing you aspects of yourself to forgive. You know, that self forgiveness is coming in. So let's get some more messages for you guys, Power One. So hold on, we have the Seven of Wands here. So with the Five of Wands here, the people from your past that you could definitely be walking away from, that you're closing out karmic cycles with, They could be going against you, starting fights and arguments and things of that nature, bickering, definitely trying to get you to lower your vibration so that you can be at their level. Um, and not only that, I'm picking up, they want you to feel as passionate about what they're connected to and their internal battles that they're externalizing onto you. They want you to feel extremely passionate about it. So they also, I'm picking up, they also might be working together to get other people involved. And this is because they do not have a sense of safety by themselves. They've compromised their own safety at this point, quite honestly. And how can you get closer to the Most High? Accept that there is no competition, and accept that if they're going above and beyond to basically negatively impact your sense of safety, and they're doing this in large numbers and groups, this is confirmation that they don't even have safety. Even if they have guns, even if they have licenses to have those guns, they literally do not have the safety. That's why they're banding together with other people of like minds. So, you growing closer to God is allowing you to see that if someone is coming up against you, they're not actually coming up against you. They're coming up against the Most High. And the Most High is going to be working a miracle in your life in front of these people. He's going to use these five of wands and seven of wands people as part of this miracle. So, this is a way you can grow closer to God, power one. Now, with the Seven of Cups supporting the Magician and the Five of Cups here, how can you grow closer to the Most High? Make peace with reality. Leave escapism behind. See things for what it truly is. Because the people who are going up against you that you're leaving behind, when they're doing this spell work that is motivated by by deep levels of depression, they're ungrounded. So when they're ungrounded and they're sending you spell work to have you ungrounded, and then they'll more than likely try to project their ungroundedness onto you, get grounded, stay grounded, remain grounded. You know, with this Three of Cups here and this Four of Swords, one way you can get closer to God is put an end to any friendship in which it's a trauma bond. You know, accept that the friendships that you put an end to, they are going to try to come against you and use what they know about you. But at the same time, this is part of your journey. Accept that. With the Six of Cups and the Four of Wands here, focus on your home. If you have children, basically prioritize making your home life as peaceful as possible by using the wisdom of past karmic connections and karmic situations to bring that peace into your home. Okay, and let's get some advice from the Art of War so you guys can move in the right direction that you need to go into. Better decisions lead to a better life, and it's not what you have. Now, this was a beginning message. Better decisions lead to a better life. Focus on becoming better decision makers. And with it's not what you have, it's how you use it. I'll show you guys this. Sun Tzu said, there are not more than five primary colors, yet in combination they produce more hues than can ever be seen. So, without other people, we are not complete. Communication with others is the key to life. Talk to friends and colleagues, discuss things. Don't be afraid to try new and unfamiliar things. After all, no one could have known that blue and red can make violet, or that red and yellow can make orange, if no one had tried mixing the colors. You're being advised, don't be afraid to try new and unfamiliar things, okay? Um, the people that you're leaving behind, they are definitely going to feel well, and this has nothing to do with you, but this is their emotional state. They are going to feel left out, and because they don't like feeling left out, it's like they're trying to basically make it so that you're not able to have any experiences. This is why gang stalking is coming up. um, these gang stalkers, they're letting their shame and guilt and their past eat them up to the point where they don't feel worthy of being in God's presence. But honestly, someone's preying on the fact that they feel so lowly about themselves and they're simply allowing it. So your connection of growing closer to God will allow you to see power is not in numbers, and it doesn't matter how much the enemy comes at you. They're not God. Anyway, we're going to end your reading there, you guys. Have a good day. So, welcome, How To. Let's see, how can you guys grow closer to God? We have the justice here. I'm here to stand for what's right. We also have the death supported by the moon. And we also have the star. Take the time that you need to heal. Support what's right and take the time that you need to heal. You know, um, a lot of us have been conditioned to basically be on someone else's time schedule, or we have been conditioned to be a convenience item for people. And that right there is going against our natural body functions, is going against the natural um, the natural way the psyche operates, is going against your natural emotional state. And when you're going against your natural emotional state, this creates emotional conflict, mental conflict. This creates internal conflict. So maybe there's some sort of internal conflict taking place in your life, you know. Um, stand for what's right with this justice card here. I feel like if you know what's right, do what's right. Even if you're afraid of even if you're afraid of having individuals go up against you, look, let's keep it honest. I don't feel this death card literally means death, but if you know, it could be maybe. Um, I'm picking up also with the moon card and the death. Someone's having dreams of dying. Yeah, someone's having dreams of death as well. But even if you have people trying to come up against you for doing the right thing, this human body is not meant to last forever. You know, you have to accept that death is simply a part of life, and this is a new beginning. You know, also, if you are into moon magic, learn about the moon cycles. Properly learn about the moon cycles and allow yourself to naturally evolve with the moon cycles. You're supposed to evolve. Evolution is as natural as breathing, okay? Before we were conditioned to basically be a convenience item to others, we naturally evolve with the moon cycles. That means, you know, our intelligence levels increased every 30 days. You know how we say you can change a habit in 30 days? Well, yes, you can change a habit by going according to the moon cycles. So one way you can grow closer to God, pal, too, is by understanding the moon cycles from a place of integrity and also from a place of innocence and purity, and allow yourself to evolve according to the moon cycles. Okay, but yeah, I'm also picking up connected to your pal. Somebody's having dreams of dying. Somebody is having dreams of death. They're getting omens that that it's not going to be pretty for them. All right, we have the Six of Wands and the Justice here. Um, okay, you guys. This is some good energy for you guys. Really good energy. If you're interested in getting into activism, definitely get into activism, okay? Um, if you're feeling led to get into activism, whatever it is you stand for, if it's protecting cows, if it's on raising awareness on how the animals that are used to produce dairy products are being mistreated, say something about it. Do your research with this light bulb here. Definitely be grounded. Make sure you're not just going out and saying, I stand for a cause. And then when you actually come up against the people that have made so much money from the injustices that they have caused, that you're backing down. Do your research. Take your time. If there's something that you're really passionate about, definitely definitely get grounded and basically raising awareness on this thing, and prepare for the backlash that's going to come with it. Also picking up on someone there's connected to youth. Yeah, get the youth involved in raising awareness on activism. And don't be doing activism just to simply get well known. Do the activism because you genuinely care about it. Because you're gonna have youth who will be coming from homes where they're being taught how to basically rob, steal, and kill just to get their basic needs met. And it will have these children go into a whole nother direction. It'll give these children hope, because I'm picking up, you guys could be you guys could be seeing children from different backgrounds and homes, and there's stuff going on in the homes that the children don't have clarity about. The adults don't want to discuss it and shit like that. I'm keeping it honest, okay? The adults don't want to discuss what's going on. The children feel more safest with the adults. So it's kind of like they're just going off of what they see the adults doing. So if you are going to get involved into activism, make sure you're really standing firm in what it is that you're standing for. Make sure you have grounding. Make sure you are grounded when you're standing for this, because you have to expect pushback, okay? Now we have supporting the star, we have the Fool here. Be willing to change things up. Be willing to, view things from a different perspective, because if you're going to be in the public eye standing for activism and things of that nature, you have to understand that you'll have people who will be ops, who will try to get access to you and act as if they support you when they don't support themselves. So they naturally can't support you either. That's keeping it honest here. You'll have people who will try to basically feed your ego, only so they can basically set you up to fall, and then they'll basically try to project so much negativity onto you so that your bloodline and your legacy will negatively be impacted. So this is the time to basically start having discernment and separating legacy, like seeing the legacy of one person and seeing that everyone involved and connected to that person is not that person and the legacy. I feel like this is a time for you guys to take your generations into a brand new direction, okay? And with the Three of Swords supporting this death in the moon here, um whoever is receiving omens of dying, because I'm definitely picking this up. Someone's been having in their subconscious, they have death on the brain. And it's not because I'm not I, whatever it has to do with someone trying to energy harvest from you emotionally by basically trauma bonding to you, and basically trying to re-traumatize you. Someone who went above and beyond to re-traumatize you, who went above and beyond to I'm getting another message as well. The person is having omens of death. They're having it's because they went above and beyond to re-traumatize you. But also at the same time, with the moon and the death card here, you could have someone actively transforming their pain. So this is saying there's someone in your life who is transforming their pain. It's like they're healing their feminine energy. Now let's get you guys some piece of advice from the art of war. Consider the cost of an argument, and the best way to win is not to win. Well, forgive me, I said that the wrong way. The best way to win is not to fight. So, you guys could be dealing with sore losers who is basically trying to rig something in their favor. That is, it is what it is at this point. But also, what I'm picking up here is there's someone in your life who is actively transforming their pain in their feminine energy, and they're accepting that there's people who will basically try to use a double-edged sword against them. If they fight, they're going to try to negatively narrate that person, and if they don't fight, they're going to try to negatively narrate that person. So there's someone in your life who is accepting that whether or not they do the right thing, there's a double-edged sword. Okay, and this right here is teaching them humility. All right. So without further ado, we're going to end your reading. I got to take a poop. This poop been just calling me. I've been eating this poop. I got to take a poop. Gotta take a poop. I gotta take a poop. I sure do. Welcome, Pile 3. I'm cleansing the cards for you guys. I don't want the last readings to be giving you guys wrong, well, to be influencing the message, and then I give you guys the wrong information. The tarot's not giving me the wrong information. Um, I'm making sure I give you the right information, but not having other people's energy influencing your reading. So you guys could be asked to cleanse your energy, keep your energy clear. If you are out and about and you have to be around people, wear stones or crystals that will allow you to not absorb negative energy. So let's see, how can you guys grow closer to God? But I feel like that's coming up because if you guys are able to be able to tell your energy from somebody else's energy, you'll be able to you'll be able to have clarity and discernment on what someone's agenda is for you and how they're going about doing it. For example, before I get into the cards, I'll give you guys a practical example. Um, there's a female that I have basically cut ties with, but however, because she's in a low state, she's experiencing domestic abuse, her drug addiction is getting out of control, and wherever she's going into a very deep dark place when it comes to escapism. She'll have this habit of gossiping about me and trying to get people to get involved with her, with trying to go up against me. But when that doesn't work, then she'll try to figure out how to appear to be spiritual with me. So it lets me know, but she's trying to get a fix, Smith. And it doesn't matter how much of her drugs she used. She's so far deep in a dark place, she doesn't know how to get out of it. She's basically she's one of those people that she won't leave well alone on her own. So that lets me know to basically, if she communicates with me, to basically just be dry, straight to the point, and things of that nature. And that's helping me have better decision making, because if I sit there and allow her antics to negatively impact me, I'm gonna be here having my energy mixed in with whatever she got going on, and basically thinking that her problems are my problems. So while that was my example, Pile 3, you could have someone basically trying to make their problems your problems, and they're trying to figure out how to do it. Okay, so let's see, how can you guys get closer to the Most High? We have Five of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. I'm feeling with this Five of Cups here. If you need to grieve, grieve. Okay. If you need to cry, cry. You know, um, don't be afraid to grieve. This is a time where you know you have to release those emotions. And if you are trauma bonded to someone, healthily grieving will allow you to release that trauma bond. Okay, that way, whenever that person, if they decide to negatively retaliate against you because they're no longer able to get access to you energetically or use and abuse you, you'll be able to not take it personal with the antics in that they do in order to get access to you again. You could have someone trying to basically put their burdens on you by trying to basically irritate the shit out of you. With the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, um, you're being asked to allow this period of healthily grieving to turn into inspiration and wisdom, and basically, create a business out of this. This will help you get closer to God, because it's kind of like just sitting on wisdom and sitting on information after healing. You'll get bored and antsy and be like, what am I supposed to do with this? So with this Page of Pentacles here, allow that grief to transform into like a seed for a business. And with the Knight of Pentacles, go slow and steady with it, okay? Because long term, this can transform into, with the Eight of Pentacles, this can transform into businessship, ownership, and things of that nature, okay? This is what this can transform into. This can transform into you being able to be considered a reliable person in society who's able to bring some sort of value to the community. Um, and if you guys are having financial issues with the Five of Pentacles, this can get you guys out of the this can get you guys out of any financial hardship. If you are a divine feminine with this Empress card here, um, if you are with someone in the Knight of Wands energy who is who doesn't have stability, and they're trying to have you codependent on them, but at the same time they do not have stability, this will get you out of this Five of Pentacles energy, and this will make it so that you'll be able to free yourself from someone who doesn't have standing power, who doesn't have that staying power. And if you are in a situation of that nature, the reason that you could be experiencing um being on the fence about leaving this person behind, especially if you have a child with them, with that Empress card here, is because this person is confused about their own life and they don't want to suffer by themselves. And this is some information that you guys should know. Also, at the same time, this person is energy harvesting off of you, with the High Priestess here. So you're being asked to trust your intuition, especially if you're a mom. Do what's going to be best for you and your child if you're a mom, because this person will get karma for whatever they have been doing to you. Okay. Also, a way you can get closer to God. Don't focus on these people getting their karma. Focus on healthily grieving, because what I'm picking up here with the Ace of Cups is you possibly have not been properly loved before. Um, the You could be dealing with someone that you have a child with if you are divine feminine, and they may like to see you in a state of depression, anxiety. And this is because they feel that if you look like how you feel, they feel that no one else is going to know your true value. So if you have not fully experienced the love that you deserve, it's time to healthily grieve so that you can basically release what is keeping that love from coming in, so that you can actually um energetically get into alignment for a relationship that will be mindful of the fact if you have experienced a lot of depression and anxiety from being in a romantic relationship with someone that you can have a child with, um and how that person basically saw you as a ends to a means. They only saw you as having you around for what you brought to the table, but they have nothing to offer. And so let's get some information to clarify the Five of Cups. The five of What is the Five of Cups supported by the Sun here? The Most High is telling you that better days are coming, Pal 3. Better days are coming. But in order for those better days to come, set up a healthy grieving process. You have to healthily grieve, okay? Healthily grieving is going to help you with that. With this Two of Swords here and the Ace of Cups here, um, if you are in a romantic situation in which you're over giving so much of yourself to a person and you're constantly wondering where you stand with this person, I guess you're being asked to accept that you have to be an example of self-love and willing to walk away from this cycle where you're sitting here second guessing yourself based off of your interaction with someone and basing your whole reality on how this person views you, especially if you have children, because this can be contributing to depression in your generations. Now, with the Judgment and the Six of Swords here, oof. Trust that because you'll be doing the right thing, if there are children involved, it is going to pay off. That there will be safety for you and your children. And I'm picking up, if your children have been negatively impacted mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, even I'm going to do a trigger warning here, okay? Trigger warning, even sexually, okay? If your children have been impacted by any of these things, you choosing to basically initiate healing that grief is going to allow it so that your children will have healthy examples of how to deal with very difficult times. This will eliminate the possibility of your children developing addictions due to due to large amounts of grief and inability to know how to cope with those large amounts of grief. This will also be able to protect your children from getting into romantic connections in which they're um they're being used, abused, and exploited by a partner who is having them doubt themselves and they're overgiving. And this will also um, set an example for your children to trust themselves, especially during the ages where peer pressure is most at its highest peak. So they'll be able to be like, even though I would like to spend time with people and what they're doing sounds fun, I don't feel that I should be doing this, and I feel something bad would happen. you know this um this is a time to have your children going in a direction in which they will trust their intuition. Okay. The original message in the beginning, if you didn't watch it, if you would like to watch it, it is learn to tell good advice from bad advice. And if you allow your children to be able to trust their intuition, well, and if you're doing intuition exercises with them, they're going to have discernment of who to trust and who not to trust. And it also will strengthen your personal relationship with your children, because if your children say, "Hey, I don't trust being around somebody," this will make it so that your children will feel safe with you to tell you intimate, vulnerable details about their lives, without feeling judged, and they'll feel that you will validate what they're saying. So for example, I don't know why this is coming up, but if you have a child saying, "Hey, I don't feel safe being around certain people," it's important for you to get clarity as to why, and then to move accordingly. Because if you do not listen to your children when they're communicating this with you, long term this can develop a rift in the relationship long term, and continue generations of family members who are dysfunctional. And this is something someone needs to know. Get to the root of the problem and speaking in public. So some of you guys may be asked to communicate for may be asked um to speak for those who are not actually able to speak for themselves right now. So this is why you're being advised to get clarity, so that you can basically develop a solution that will permanently get rid of reoccurring problems. And this is one way you can grow closer to God, because I'm used to people saying God this and God that, but they're sitting here praying about the same problem that is contributing that's contributing to failed relationships. Okay, so perhaps this reading has to do with a relationship with your children, or because this is coming up a lot with that sun card here. But you guys are being asked to take accountability and put your children's safety first. Because when you're able to basically see how your children can be impacted by choosing to be selfish, and I'm not saying that you guys are being selfish, but if you guys are, trying to choose between holding on to a romantic relationship with a father figure, or a mother figure, who is showing signs of instability, and this is negatively impacting the family's ability to be able to remain with their head above waters here, wondering where the next meal is coming from, wondering about the next source of drama, wondering about infidelity, wondering about unnecessary things that don't need to be there, that can be removed. This is where, if you are a mom, you're being asked to take full accountability and responsibility for the role you're playing in it. This will allow you to have open discussion with your children, Because if they ask you, so what happened in a situation, you'll be able to speak from a place of empowerment, of empowerment, and not from a place of victimization. And this will allow your children to be able to practically apply advice. And before I end your reading, I'll give you guys an example. When I was growing up, I grew up in a Christian household. They were so Christian, to the point, and I'm not saying all Christians operate like this, but they were so Christian to the point that if you ask them for some legit advice of how to get out of a reoccurring situation, they would just say, go to God about it. Now, if you went to a legit person who could help you get out of the situation, they would sit there and say, well, didn't God come through? Yes, God came through. God told me to go get help from someone who has experience in this issue, and I applied it. And because I applied it and followed through with it, and I trusted in the Most High, the problem got resolved. But my family wouldn't tell you, if you're in debt, go to someone who knows how to get out of debt. And I'm not saying go to and if you guys are in debt as well, and this is coming up for a reason. If you guys are in debt, don't go to somebody that says that you pay them something quickly and they'll fix your credit score. Mm-mm. That's a scam right there. Okay. But my family would have been like, my family would have took the easy route. But if you guys are in debt, and this is coming up for a reason, go to someone who's gonna say, hey, you want to do this thing the right way to get out of debt so that your credit score can really actually get cleaned up long term, so that if you do have any finances that you would like to leave to generations, the government can't take it in order to pay off that debt. My family didn't have the common sense to actually say, hey, not only are we going to, put our faith and trust in God, but we also need to follow up properly. So I feel like you guys are being asked to apply practicality, Pile 3, with spirituality. And this is for your generations. Some of you guys are trying to make it so that your generations will not be left with debt. And part of that is by getting clarity of the people that you guys could be having children with, and this is coming up strong in this reading. I had to put this out here for you guys. I'm speaking from experience, and currently at this point in time, my credit score is not where it needs to be, you know. So I'm speaking from experience of someone who is ending the generational curse of being in relationships where it's just complete sadness, and my relationship with my children is negatively impacted, and I'm and being in debt, and I'm currently working on that. So I feel like how you guys can grow closer to God, start applying practicality to spirituality. And we're gonna end it there.